And actually, speaking of knife round, that's what we're giving away tonight, was the gut knife, blue steel. So there's our giveaway for this evening. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the gut knife. I think of all the knives that are in this game, that one would absolutely hurt the most to get stabbed by.
Well, the name sounds like it.
Yeah, that
I guess before I tune out, should we throw out some score predictions?
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
saying this.
Go ahead. We're only a knife round, so we're fine.
Yeah, I would say this. The team that starts CT will win this 16-10.
Ooh. So you're going to be a little bit ambiguous.
I am.
The knife round's already started.
If you allow me to.
Sure. I'm going to say I agree with that scoreline. I'm going to go with, actually, I'm going to say Virtus.Pro is going to take this map.
I'm going to agree with the scoreline, but I'm going to say NIP is going to take the map.
All right, so we're all on the same score, and we're split pretty much down
safe.
the middle. Yeah, you're safe.
Anyway, off you go, guys. Take care. Good luck.
That's going to be the cheapest the cheapest way to predict ever. But all right, so the players getting ready up. The knife round, it was won, and it looks like it was... who did win that? I wasn't even watching. We're too busy with our predictions. I believe it was Virtus.Pro. Yeah, did anyone else see that knife round victory?
I was actually laughing about... I was kind of waiting for Carter to jump back in.
Someone say in my ear who the hell won that one. All right, we're starting. So whoever won it, I'm assuming it's Virtus.Pro because they're over on the CT side. So, we have it our ears. Virtus.Pro won. So,
chat amongst yourselves. We'll get there eventually.
At this point, it's literally you two versus me because now you both agreed that Virtus.Pro are going to win.
Essentially, yeah, that's what it comes down to. So... And I mean, they need that start. We talked about it. If they come out like they did yesterday, this is over in 2.
Yep.
We go on to the other maps. We've got Cash. Things could be interesting if Virtus.Pro come alive. So we'll start it off with the pistol. Snax is going to go straight for dualies, and they're going to go for 2 smokes, but it's actually looking like it's going to be heading toward B for NIP, although there's only 3 of them there.
Yeah, they're actually going down. So they're going to head through the underpass and come back up through mid. So it's more of a time push to come in through the mid connector. But Virtus.Pro are perfectly set up for this. They've got 2 players in mid connector, 1 up on Cat. So there could be a horrible crossfire for Ninjas in Pyjamas as they breach up now. And there's your flash. Going to blind up. Taz able to hide in the corner. And this is that real big crossfire. They've already picked up 2 of them. Backing up even further. The push did come in from the A-side players as well. But Ninjas in Pyjamas can't find a single frag. The last one left sitting just outside the palace. And he is going to be dropped down now by byali. Flawless first round from Virtus.Pro. And Ninjas in Pyjamas, they just guessed the wrong alley to walk up.
Great hold on that connector. That 2-player crossfire and connector, like you said, that shut everything down. And then I think it was byali that caught off the last player jumping across from Tetris. That mean they couldn't even get a flank to regain the bomb, and it was all over from that point. So really good hold from Virtus.Pro. That's the start we talked about. Snax this time is going to get more clever and go unorthodox with the shotgun. Use that up close at B. Again, they're sitting up early in those tunnels. Xizt has dropped down to the underpass, but the rest of them are going through. Neo is going to be the first to arrive on the rotation.
Now, it looks like they're actually trying to make a little bit of sound in mid again to come back, but there's no one making any noise over on A. Hence, Virtus.Pro have so many players pushed up through mid, and they got a little bit of vision. So Neo brings down the one on top mid. friberg coming in with his Tech 9, hoping to get one kind of kill, but with Neo and Snax holding the line, they've only managed to find one in the hands of Get Right. And that leaves Xizt as the final man standing here for NIP. Gets at least a little bit of a collateral. Maybe he's going to pick up a couple, in fact. So it's a 1-on-2 situation, but the odds are still against him. And Virtus.Pro lose a couple of the weapons, but they do still hold the round.
And they recovered one of the M4s. That was the important part. Neo was very aggressive out toward middle as we just take another peek at these shots by Xizt. Great shot through the window there. But Neo was very aggressive to come out. He was trying to actually help out at the underpass player. Took down allu in the process, but Taz was already in that connector, which means Neo could have actually left a little bit sooner and got back to B and help out Snax, who ended up going down to Get Right. Doesn't matter in the end, they get the round, but like you said, they have to invest a little bit more. Taz is going to start this off, though. That's Xizt down already.
And Pasha, the perfect time to throw the nade down low, taking out friberg. allu as well. The bomb is dropped right underneath the window. And the last player from NIP has 6 life points and is now, in fact, dead. 3 rounds for Virtus.Pro. Ninjas in Pyjamas, all 3 rounds they have committed to the right flank, trying to push down on top of that B site, use the underpass heavily. And Virtus.Pro, every single time, have met them in force. There's also that very early pickup. Like, it was Taz this time around, it was Pasha the previous round. They just can't control mid. Obviously, they're on eco, so it was not a surprise at all. And now
Pasha,
they've already got the AWP up for Pasha.
Yet to die. He's easily picked that up this round. So they'll have that against the 5 AKs that Nip have, and they're going to work toward A this time. There is one smoke to delay them at the top of the A ramp. The rest of them are already in and coming out Palace, and they're coming in with speed as Get Right's already going to take down byali, so they should get a bomb plant off of this. allu's the one holding on to that bomb right now, and he hasn't made his way in, and that means Taz has some time to shut them down. Get Right, though, immediately back into him.
I'd be very careful looking behind him right now, because that's when Neo's coming, but Xizt feels it coming already. So they take out the flanker. The plant will go down. Pasha and Snax, they're both over on the CT stairs. Pasha needs the early pick, but they're being smoked up. In fact, Pasha taking a couple of tags down below half of his HP. And they're not going to try and contest this. Move it back towards the kitchen and just save.
That AWP is far too valuable at this point.
Yep.
So already going to it. He'll look for a few more kills on the way out, but best case, they'll hold on to it. So good entry there. Get Right came in with the support of Forrest above him, took down the player in the backside of the site, actually took down Taz, who was the first rotator, and then the smokes went out and completely held off that retake. So good performance by Nip in that case, and that'll give them their first round and the first gun round at that. So looking good on T so far, but very early yet to tell.
Yeah. Ninjas and Pyjamas have to try and hold the momentum. Allu's going to be buying up at AWP for this round. So they're going to have this pickup, and we get to see the battle between Pasha as well as Allu. Who's going to come out on top? It looks like it's going to be a mid-peak coming out from Allu. And the first shot, he comes out on top. So Allu, on top of Pasha, looks like Khan gets to be right about something else tonight. That's so difficult. They're just going for a second peek in window. That was Neo who was moving over to grab that AWP.
And they late smoked that because they wanted Allu to take that fight. Then they'll smoke it off and take the full control of mid. So not only do they get a man advantage, they get the map control out of it as well. That's really good performance.
Well, where's NIP now going to go with this? With a one-man up and a tag on Neo, they're going to back it up. Initially, they had the floater over on the B site. Sorry, on the A side. Now he's going to be joined by the rest of his team. And Allu, in fact, makes it even better for him, getting another pick at that window.
I'm wondering if that call came from Get Right, because he would have heard byali run from the backside of the CT stairs where he's pushed up that far into Palace. So he would realize there's only one left there. And Allu's going to do it again. There's three. Why continue to peek this guy? It's not going well at all.
He's in a really good position for this one. Taking out one, but then it's just the pure numbers of NIP that can push up through the ramp side. And Allu's waiting for that mid-cross. Oh, he pulled out. He pulled off scope just a little bit too early, but he's still going to claim the kill. And that's, in fact, a fourfer from Allu. Almost using the rotation from NIP, waiting for those players to move out, waiting for the picks, and just managed to snap out head after head.
Yeah, great start for him. Already back to pistols on VP's side. We got a Deagle out for Taz. P250 on Pasha, but we'll see how they choose to use it. NIP is going to go right for that mid-control again. They've already thrown that nade in. That takes some damage into Pasha. Not a whole lot, but enough to force him back. And now they'll push up mid. Again, that late smoke window gives them full control.
I love this from Get Right, too. Oh, actually, a little bit off the timing. The nade into Pasha is going to bring him down by Forest. But Get Right's the man watching over towards the apartments area. Realized the players dropped down, and he's given the intel over to Forest. That's why the flash already came in. Or maybe he didn't. Forest is looking up the ladder, but he's got to look a little bit closer than that. As Snax will drop on that short B, which means they know the B is fairly well open. Forrest has faked the ladder jump multiple times. He's got a CT right behind him as Allu keeps the pressure coming in. Only needs the Rec 9 to breach into B.
Neo's going to try and go for this flank, though. Try and get something out of this round. Just knock a few guns down. Forrest is low. He'd be the ideal target. But he's just put the bomb down on B. Neo's got the first. That's Xizt. So good start on this flank so far, and he's going to collect that AK and run away and hide. He has to at this point. So Taz will look for the exit kills. Neo's going to go for the save, but NIP is going to tie up the game. 3-3 already.
Yeah, that one AK can control up a choke point. Beat almost, I'm not going to say contested battle in mid because that'll be crazy up against Allu, but you could do some work over on those A stairs. Or potentially over towards the B side as well.
Pasha's got 33. He could glass cannon out an op in the next round where it's going to be 4 straight losses. So Pasha could go straight to the window. Then they've got the AK. They'll buy out. Yeah, he's going to have 57. So yeah, they'll go right back to an op setup. So they'll use that AK with it.
Okay. We do have a pause as we've lost one of the players from NIP. Hopefully nothing too critical.
And it looks like it's Xizt as well. So
okay. We have confidence words coming from the people in our ear saying he's on the way back. So nothing to be worried about. Yeah.
So not a bad start so far from NIP. They lost that pistol round. I thought that was actually going to make things a little bit easier for VP, especially on the CT side. But they've won all 3 gun rounds. Of course, one of those was an anti-eco, but it was pretty swift fashion. Executions on both sites so far looking fairly good.
What I liked about NIP's first round was that they completely caught Virtus.Pro off guard. Normally, NIP just like to take their positions, using Allu's AWP. Obviously, he couldn't afford it in this round, but just playing it fairly chill. Instead, they just kind of like crawled out Palace, and when they did, I think Getra got the entry frag, they exploded from the choke point, and yeah, completely caught them off guard, and now they added up another few rounds here. So NIP is looking really strong.
Yeah, I thought that entry, that specific round, like I said, and I made mention of it during the round, is that they got that early kill, they got the entry, and then they secured the site very efficiently. Taz went down, they smoked it off, they knew no one else was in position. VP had no chance to go for it. They would have had to fight through smokes. I think they only had like 2 flashes left at that point. Everyone else had died with their nades out, and then it was all over.
All right. So as far as our next couple of rounds coming up, obviously VP's got a full buyer round. We're leveling back up again with NIP versus VP. Who should be looking for the advantage again? Does Pasha keep trying to peek that mid window and battling up against allu, or should he try and mix this up a little bit more?
I think he should, but he should mix it up. Maybe that was like
so
that didn't make much sense, but he should not.
Between window and connector or something?
Yeah, he definitely needs to mix it up a bit, but he should, at the same time, he cannot give up that AWP duel, because then they let NIP too close to their front door, and then they are in trouble.
I just want to say, because we've gone back live, it's actually going to be Neo that has the op, because he had the first spawn, so he's going to be directly into the window early. So they wanted to try and, yeah, there it is. They'll switch it out to Pasha. So they wanted to try and catch Nip that time and get the early man advantage, but no one was there to peek.
Yeah, NIP's focusing more over towards the A side. So they've got 3 to come up through the stairwell. byali's already very aggressively up on that spot. So the second Ninjas in Pyjamas try and rush this, they're not going to be looking for someone there. They're smoking, they're nading, and this is the push time. So we should head back over to byali. Here's the jump down, number 1, number 2, looking for the third as well. Around the corner, allu's Tech 9 will take care of that one. And Forrest needs to make some space. Look over towards Tetris, he's looking the wrong direction. And now he's going to see him too late. Taz gets the kill over on Forrest, and the ult from allu's not going to be able to take that battle. Not a point-blank range, so it's up to Get Right to make another hole up through the connector. And Pasha is already looking over there. You notice too, he's the man now with the AWP in their hands. They switched it up after they realized.
Oh, and Get Right lost that battle. I thought he might be able to find one from inside the ladder room, so allu has absolutely no chance. If Get Right had gotten over there and realized B was open, at very least they could have gone for a bomb plant out of that, but allu's still going to push forward. They've got enough money that they can.
If he looks behind himself right now towards the stairs, he can get a very quick pick and potentially plant. He has to look. There's your pick, and well, it seems Pasha is just as quick. Taking out allu, and the AWP is going to be on the ground.
Oh,
they can't get there in time to pick it up.
They didn't get it, so they were going to go, well, they're going to buy out actually an AWP this time. Neo's going to go for it, so they'll go double AWP regardless. But it would have been nice if they had been able to collect that one. It would have saved them a good amount of change. And in fact, we're going to see a double AWP on NIP's side, which is very interesting on the terrorist side.
Yeah, what angles are they searching for with this?
One in mid for sure. The second probably for an entry. It's going to be Forrest, who's actually going to B. I would have expected one toward A, Palace, to catch that rotator, but
byali so aggressive.
See if he can find Snax with it.
With these nades as well, they're going to bring down allu's. That AWP is just sitting in mid. Forrest missing his shot on Snax. So both these AWPs, it's a very expensive round for NIP.
That was great early mid presence from VP. Doubling out one from window. Nice shot exists, at least collects one. Pasha responds, but great awareness, I guess you could say, to have both those angles covered off, and they just completely caught Nip. Crossing over into those box positions, and then 2 men down, nothing more they could do. Xizt tried to recover that bomb and still work with Forrest, but like you said, he missed that shot at B. There was nothing else they could do. Yeah,
without getting those side pickoffs and trying to split Virtus.Pro's defense up, Ninjas in Pyjamas can't really make that hole to breach through with the bomb site, with the bomb. But they're going to move very quickly this time around, and a very, very quick move. The Molotovs are down, but they're going to run through it. In fact, just triggering off the smoke. Nades, where is this? The AWP from Neo. He picks up one. Get Right jumping through the window, or at least attempting to do so. And the CTs are holding pretty tight here. There's only friberg left after they've entered the site. And in a 1-on-3 situation, needs these earlier pickups, looks for one, and Taz will shut him down. So VP surviving up against the semi-buy round of NIP.
And now they have to save, so good response from VP. Lose the first 3 guns. They'll get them back. Good read to get over to B that time.
It's not a full eco from Ninjas in Pyjamas, though. Like, so I'm still seeing armor, a couple flashes, smokes.
Well, yeah, okay, so it's you're going to go CZ75s. We've got 1 Tech 9 and armor on Get Right, but essentially they're forcing what they can.
Yeah.
They're setting up for an A as well, so they're going to try and rush in with that strength. Get Right's going to be your guy to sell over onto the B site. He's inside the apartment, actually just dropping down into underpass right now.
Yeah, they got the call. Already Neo checking it out, checking underpass, but he needs to get himself over towards the A site. So where the pushes come in, Parch has managed to grab one. Tetris will at least be shut down. But Ninjas in Pyjamas, they just cannot get themselves in on that site freely. And the flanker will also be dropped. Nice little leftover nade into Tetris by Neo. And mops up the connector boy. So 9-3, 7-3, sorry.
Smokes were good, but no firepower to work with it. Taz was up close, got the first, got all the information. They were rushing in. He dropped in the end, but response kill came out. So now they'll go back into rifles. Allu's going to go straight back to this op.
He really needs to win that battle in mid, and the fact that Pasha is already there means he's not going to go for the battle, in fact.
And look at this, they're holding the off angle at middle because they know they had late spawns, and they may catch out Taz, who's pushing up. Pasha's already taken some damage through the underpass, so if they're not careful in middle right now, NIP might just sit back and catch them. They are finally going to push forward. It's Taz and Pasha that are there. Taz might get caught right now. Allu, no! Pasha's going to find the kill in response, so that opens things up. VP gets a kill I thought for sure was going to go the other way.
But with it going this way now, Ninja Pyjamas lose the AWP. They have one guy floating around that he doesn't want to get right, being forced out of the palace, and Neo will shut him down. Nice little Molotov for the clearance. Ninja Pyjamas still do have numbers in that underpass, but they're being watched from above on both sides. So Xizt already battling out. Neo's going to get on top of that one. Taz, he's moved up into the ladder room. And with the smokes on all sides, he's actually quite free to move wherever the hell he wants to. Nice little nade. Tagging over on Taz, doesn't get the kill. A little bit of shots, friberg definitely knows he's got company. And then the one on short, Snax only semi flashed then, so we still saw friberg walking around the corner. And it's just up to Xizt and Forest.
Xizt is in connector. Forest is still stuck in middle, though. In the corner. Taz is still watching out in that direction, so... Well, Taz is actually going to change his angle. This will be even more beneficial if he gets there before Forest moves. But that gives Xizt a bit of a chance to try and work inside jungle. He may actually spot... No, time's going to expire regardless, but he may actually have spotted Taz if Taz had backed up even one step. They would have got an exit kill, but that's going to go Virtus.Pro again, so they're on a streak right now of 5. That gives the money bonus right back to NIP. But look how broke they are even still. They'll force out 3 AKs, a Tech 9, and head armor for Allu. A few nades to work with, but Get Right's also going to be forced to just use a pistol.
Well, let's see how they work with what they've got. So they're flashing down into underpass, feeling there's already going to be someone there. And Xizt and Allu looking for the opening. And Pasha's going to shut down that opening pretty hard. Gets the AWP. He did mix it up, not going to the window, coming down to the connector. But with the double AWPs, they've got such great coverage. So it allows Neo in that position, we're watching him there to watch out from window and cover the top of mid. The smokes are going to come the way of B-site. So Ninjas in Pyjamas, here comes the push. One flash from Snax might be slowing down a couple of the VP players, but they're released down onto the side until Snax takes out one. Looking for the second, but he's still smoked up on multiple sides, but he's using the angles perfectly.
Pasha's coming on the big flank, too.
I don't think it matters. Snax already taken out 3 players. Okay, maybe it will matter. Forest is last man left alive, being put with the impossible task. He knows Pasha is up there, but Neo's going to drop him. 9-3. NIP, they just cannot. They can't shove their way into a site like this. They always keep getting gunned down by VP. When Snax with a big amount of kills, it works beautifully.
Running that double op like they do on VP's side, Neo actually gets drawn a lot closer to the A site, so there's a bit of a gap on the rotation from Catwalk that if NIP can exploit, they'll get into the site and secure it a little more post-plant situation. But Pasha's big rotation where he goes through the underpass, VP uses that so many times. Pasha's got that famous sneaky play where he's done it more recently, and I mean, if NIP can find a way to just secure that and be aware of it, they'll be able to hold it out. But right now it's going to be an aid take. They've got lots of smoke and nades out, but watch Taz. He's up close. He's already dropped the bomb. There's another one for him as he comes around the corner, but Allu eventually shuts him down. Forrest will get one with the Tech 9, but there's Pasha arriving from the jungle.
That was when that Molotov stopped NIP from running deeper into the A site. They had nothing more to do, and these boys trying to get the picks from up on top of Palace to able to do much. Like Allu got a couple there, but eventually NIP just lose the numbers, and VP, they rotated very quickly once they realized that the move was coming towards A site. So now they go 10-3. Looking very solid here as Virtus.Pro in the first half. And only 2 more rounds to go. And we're in an eco. Well, no, we're not actually. I'll take it all back.
They've only got the 1 AK.
Yeah. But I'm still seeing armor, head armor on friberg as well as Xizt, but that's a bit of a force buy. Pasha, again, Goodbye, allu. There's a second one down there, and Pasha, he did this before as well. He waits just a fraction of a second, then tosses out the nade and uses Taz, who's over in the connector, to get the follow-up damage. And into the Pyjamas, they're literally trapped in a fiery death. And Taz finishes the job. 11-3.
Really,
flawless
really
round.
easy round. Yeah, they're holding middle extremely well. Taz is playing off in that connector position so brilliantly, and every time that they come A, he's very quick to rotate out and get aggressive toward the choke points at A as well, and it's completely catching out NIP.
3 ops.
Now they left one in spawn.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they saved one. That was a... They picked one... Actually, no, they wouldn't have in that round, so yeah, that was a misbuy. Doesn't matter, it's the last round of the half, so they'll throw it out as if they wanted to use it, but it's on the ground in spawn.
Right now, Ninjas in Pyjamas would need a miracle to even reach the CT spawn to grab that thing, and if they get that far in, they probably already won the round. But they've got double ops, so it doesn't really matter anyway. So, last round, who gets the opening? Neo, very aggressive, up and all the way up to the stove. He's going to get flashed up a little bit, but he can't see anything, apart from more smoke flying out of smoke. And he's got the nice little corner. Sees, doesn't really get the proper tag though. Xizt tags him more, in fact. And everyone just backs up.
Forrest, though, is trying to come in. They've got 2 coming around from the backside. On B, Neo is just up close. He fell back just in time, though. Because Forrest would have had line of sight on him.
They're running out of time to get these picks.
40 seconds. Xizt will grab the bomb. They're going to go underpass with it, so it looks like they actually want to commit to A, but...
That's where VP is. They got
all
4 players.
4 players are in A. They're going to walk directly into this. B was the better choice. friberg and Xizt will be your entries onto that connector as GetRight's trying to take down one, but Taz already found him. So it's getting worse and worse for NIP's chances. They are going to still come in. Xizt does get one over the top of the box, but now it's Pasha on the reverse angle. Easy kills from Palace. There's 2. As Force gets him in return, but they know exactly where he is, and he's all that's left. An easy kill for Snax. And what a great comeback after losing those first 3 gun rounds. VP caught on to everything NIP was doing and completely obliterated them.
Man, VP, this is... obviously, it's amazing what happens once you remove your sub on this map for these guys. The coordination was perfect. I thought after the initial pick on Pasha that allu got, that the mid would just start going the way of NIP every single time. But they worked hard. They did what you actually asked, Khan, was to mix it up, move it into the connector, and they shut down underpass multiple times.
Right, and eventually they got a double AWP up as well, and that was kind of dire news for NIP, who... yeah, consistently struggled to, you know, keep the momentum up. Because we mentioned they lost the piss round, lost 3 rounds, but then they got the 3 rounds they needed to get some kind of stability in terms of the financial aspect. But then Pasha hit his shot in middle. They kept on being aggressive. I think Taz had a key round where he was like up lurking in the middle. And eventually Pasha just took the kill. Let's try to hunt Taz down. And something I didn't see from NIP, which I think they should have done, they should have kept going with A split. So you saw actually VP anticipating this the very last round. They placed 4 CTs in A. Neo left by himself in in B, sorry. But anyway, we have a piece round coming in here, but NIP, they need to really start playing, and that's now.
Yeah, if they don't win this pistol round, they're in a horrible eco state up against Virtus.Pro, and will probably even be staring down the barrel of a 14-3 round face-up. And that's a lot of potential match points for Virtus.Pro if they can just get the 1 extra round. But we're underway, and it appears that Virtus.Pro, they at least have the bomb fairly far up on B.
They've only got 2 flashes, and they're already committing to B because you'll need smokes to get into A. And then 3 sets of armor, but they're going to start things off poorly with Forrest already catching 1 on Catwalk. That's Pasha down, but now they'll fly out of the apartments. Little team damage fired away, but makes up for it. Great headshot into friberg. As Snax gets the even up kill and now Xizt to drop. They just need to get this bomb down, and it looks like they'll take this round, so this match is getting harder and harder for Nip.
Yeah, this is almost looking impossible for Nip. With their last player, he's even going to try and Molotov him, Snax. In the early on, trying to force allu back out to him, but that also means that Neo's got the angle from down near short. And 13-3. This is the danger zone. NIP on CT's side with only 1,500. That's not a lot to work with. In fact, it's practically nothing to work with. They have to give up this round. The only thing they can hope for is nice little choke points. Maybe they can salvage some of these guns that VP is buying into.
Yeah, and that would be the bigger win and more plausible for me, is if that they can get these kills and at least secure some weapons to hold on to into round 3.
With 2 AKs if they can get him. Neo's just using his pistol, however. They're using him as bait on the front line. because he's the only one here. The rest of Virtus.Pro are actually over on the B side, pushing in through the apartments, and it seems like Ninjas in Pyjamas have hurt them. They've rotated 2 players over, but what can they really do? friberg taking out 1, taking out 2, looking for the third. Taz will snap him back finally. But it is buying time for the rest of Ninjas in Pyjamas to rotate themselves over. They've still got one man over on short. Get right doing the work. Down to Taz. He's got the AK, taking out the second. No, he cannot do it. This is a huge round. They save both the AKs. They take everything away from Virtus.Pro, and a lot of it started because of this moment.
Yeah, friberg was absolutely massive. It's normally Forrest that we give credit to with the pistols, but friberg that time held beautifully with that 5-7. And like you said, that allowed the rotations to come in. They dropped 2 men already. The bomb actually went down on the way in. That slowed things up a little bit more. So NIP get more than just the exit weapons that I was saying was the plausible victory for them.
Now they get punished in the money. They got 1 AK with a couple of different pistols, but with the 2 M4s, the FAMAS, and then the other 2 AKs for NIP.
Watch out, though. Forrest in middle was on Cat. He's the only one there. Snax coming underpass. Get Right has to be here quickly to help him out. Finally, Allu gets to window. That's Pasha down, and that's also bomb deep on Catwalk, so they should be able to secure that.
byali's going for the deagle pick from the stairs. He went down to 11 life points, so he's only have 1 more chance of that. In fact, yeah, he'll blow it too. byali's right behind him, so maybe he goes for the second shot, and he will. He gets the shot over on Xizt, but he's the last man left alive. Sorry, it's byali, sorry, last man left alive with 11 life points. And now he's down as well. So Ninjas in Pyjamas, they do lose 2 players. But right now, winning rounds is the important thing. They were so far behind, they need to have some kind of advantage kicking in for them. And we're into another eco from Virtus.Pro.
Up against now for Allu, yep.
Yeah, this almost scratches VP's ability to go mid unless they've got very good smokes.
Well, they've got none at all. They didn't even invest into a single grenade, so they won't go for that. Snax is already running faster than I've ever seen anyone run. A little bit of bunny hopping, in fact, down into the underpass, and he's actually going to get Allu off for it. That's your op down, so if he can get that and secure it, there's a chance. Unfortunately, Forrest has already caught down Neo at the corner. Look at the rest of the damage. Look at these jump shots. Snax just still trying to do more damage, but Get Right has enough of him. The Jack in the Box is out of batteries, and he'll just sit down into his own death. There's 3 players left. Get Right makes it 1 now for VP.
byali again with this deagle pick. Taz is the only man left alive. He'd love to try and find one of these weapons, but the bomb is in the complete open. And Ninjas in Pyjamas, they don't really have the greatest crossfire here. Get Right moving back in through the window and the other over on short. They flash so Get Right can have a bit of a peek, and they drop him. Also get down, pick up that AWP. And they've got it. So they save the AWP, they hold on to one of the AKs. And Virtus.Pro is still unable to find the last 2 rounds to at least give them 15. Last 3 rounds for the victory. We're actually running a double AWP now. Allu as well as Forrest having them. But Pasha, I kind of want to see if he can get this early pick. Because he's also managed to pick up one of the AWPs. But they're not contesting in mid. Forrest already opens up the account over in the apartments.
He knows there's more there as well.
But they're not going to push up any further. After losing Neo like that, they just don't have the numbers to try and breach down against an AWP.
So it's back to basics now, but watch out. friberg's actually pushed up quite far inside the apartments. He's swapped with Forrest, who's gone back over toward middle to use that op in another position, which I do very much like. Because if they come B at this point with a man down, they're going to come with force, so having the rifle in that position is going to be far more beneficial, but they're not heading that direction at all. It's back toward A. Xizt is pushed up underneath the balcony. He'll be aggressive and hopefully catch them off, because Allu's back toward the window. Snax is doing battle and keeping Get Right busy. A connector, which means, okay, well, he's gotten away. I was going to say it was going to leave Xizt alone at A, but they're coming over now. Get Right's going to be the first there. Xizt is already down, though, so if they can smoke off these retake spots and get the bomb down, there's a chance here for Virtus.Pro. Snax is still lingering behind and lurking, but Allu's got 1. Make it 2 as he gets the AWP up above and make it a 3rd. Great play from him. Forget everything I said, because VP's got no chance now.
Well, unless Snax can pull something out of his ass, it's not really going to go that better for him. Forrest is watching with the AWP, so he's just looking to see Snax walk up the stairs. At the same time he did, he backed up, but Get Right finishes the job. 13-7. Now up on the board as Ninjas in Pyjamas are starting to pull it back, and well, we're getting close to your boys' predictions at least. But if Virtus.Pro is still going to win this, they need to start winning a round somewhere, because they're not getting any of the money.
Great round from Allu.
Yeah.
Especially dropping that bomb down on the third player. That pretty much put things well and truly out of reach. Snax did have them divided, but Get Right was fully aware. They knew exactly where he was, so...
Is the VPA move. They're gonna time their smokes perfectly and then try and breach in. Ninjas in Pyjamas, they do still have one over at the mid connector stairs, one back in jungle and one over on the A stairs. And now the smokes are coming in. Already the movement coming in from the kitchen player. They're bringing the numbers back over towards the A site. But that was only one smoke that took the vision out from allu. It wasn't the full set coming from VP. Now is the full set coming from Virtus.Pro. They run out. How much damage can they do? And
they've done the close smokes. They've gone for what we saw Keed do at MLG against Cloud9, what Na'Vi was the first to do. They'll close off the site, but NIP doesn't care. They're going to catch them before they can get inside the wall of smoke. They've already got everybody down. Taz the only one left, and he gets annihilated as well. Great retake from NIP. I thought there was a chance that using those smokes they could at least get the bomb down. Not to be.
Ninjas in Pyjamas had the perfect crossfire, and they couldn't find the early pickups when they came in close on the smoke spots. Because Ninjas in Pyjamas didn't reveal their position by randomly spraying. They waited until it was the Virtus.Pro boys who were revealed. And VP, how do we play now? You do have an AWP up, Pasha. Is he the man coming up for the mid pick?
He's not even there. No, he's back over toward B. He's looking for friberg to push up right now aggressively inside the apartments, but he's not doing it.
So not taking the mid battle. The bomb is dropped as 3 more players from the Virtus.Pro lineup are pulling back over towards Palace side. Xizt this time holding a little bit further up. He got taken out before when he tried to hold from inside of the dark in shadow. Let's try and mix up the positions. Forest, there we go. There goes one of your B floaters. There's still one more floater sitting over there. In fact, a VP, again, they're switching back over. They're running out of time. Down to 47 seconds, and you don't have any kind of initial intel about where anyone is, apart from knowing the fact that Forrest was sitting on top of the truck with the AWP. And he's, in fact, backed himself up to the broken wall. I love to where they just leave the AWP behind. They need the AKs. Forrest and friberg combining up together. And now the bomb is pretty much in the open, and Virtus.Pro know they can't battle this one, except for the fact that Neo ran into Get Right, who was trying to flank him out. And they pick up the AWP, and they got 16 seconds. There's nothing more they can do apart from hold on to the weapons.
Neo's still getting aggressive. I thought after they got Get Right down from that flank, they'd take that opportunity as an exit point. They're not going to do it. Now Neo's really hurting. Snax is down as well. Xizt tries to come up, easily taken down.
Yeah, when Neo missed that shot, it was kind of all over for him then.
They're still going to be able to buy no problem. They've got a full money bonus. But they don't have enough to go for an AWP. It would have been nice to save that and try and get it over toward Pasha, because he's going to be able to just buy an AK and no head armor, no nades whatsoever. He's down to only $50 after that.
He's going to rely on his teammates' smokes to get him in close. With these AKs, you're not going to try and battle an AK up against the AWP on this map.
So they'll spread out again. Taz and byali are over toward A. That's where the bomb is in Taz's hands, but they've already got choke point smokes out from NIP to delay that push. The one at A ramp now has dissolved. Snax is in the underpass, so they want to try and split onto this A site right now. Allu's already rotated over to jungle. That'll allow them to get up middle a little bit further, but Get Right is still inside that connector. So once they go for this push, they're going to have company at A, and they're going to come in from A ramp first. Get Right finds the first, drops down to Taz in the end. But here's a shot. Nice play from allu. There's connector already held off, but he's got to be so careful with that up close to hold both angles. And Forrest and Xizt need to hurry up and get up those back stairs to help him out. Meanwhile, friberg at middle, though, will catch out on Pasha. But the smokes are still off, holding NIP out the backside of the site, but it doesn't matter. The rest are done. It all came from jungle at that point. And Xizt and Forrest just had to sit back and let the teammates do the work.
Yeah. Ninjas in Pyjamas didn't manage to save that second AWP, but I don't think they're really too concerned about that right now. As they're just going to buy up another one. In fact, friberg was the one who held it for a moment. But it's into the hands of allu, as well as Forrest again. Been great mid-control coming out from allu. Forrest, after a little bit of a shaky start over on that B side, he's just been perfect. I haven't seen a way for Virtus.Pro to really breach in again. In fact, as friberg is the one playing a little bit closer up this time around, allowing Forrest to play from the kitchen side. With another eco coming from VP. And they got a little bit of armor in one of the Tech 9s. But it's still going to be a very, very tall ask. And in fact, they've already lost 2. Get Right taking out a 3rd. Knew they're coming up through mid. byali, again with his deagle. He will manage to pick up 1 player now, which is Get Right, and take his M4 away from him. But how long he can hold that is a completely different question. And the answer is answered. 3 seconds. Question is answered.
Taz is still pushed up in the backside of that jungle, though. They haven't spotted him just yet, so he's able to catch out. Yeah, there it is. Catch out 1 on Xizt. Try and get this gun, maybe. But at this point, you've got a full money bonus, and you're down so many rounds. He's got 38 seconds. If he could just grab this bomb, he might try and go for it, but Forrest doesn't want to let him.
He also felt a little bit crippled because he picked up the 1 M4 that was down there with only 1 bullet in the chamber. So he had nothing to shoot with the second he grabbed it.
They'll get an op back out on Virtus.Pro's side this time, though. Snax is going to be the one holding on to it. He'll take it out of spawn as well because he's the closest toward mid, so he wants to get this pick on allu right away. The question is, who's going to get the better shot? Allu's already there. Down Pasha goes, but
no!
Team kill! Snax took out Neo. That was actually lined up. If Neo hadn't have been there, allu is down because the bullet actually took allu down to 29, so Neo not only gave away his own life, but saved allu in doing so.
Oops.
Thank you very much, says allu.
Yeah.
So 2 players left for Virtus.Pro when it should have been an even trade.
That's crippling. That's absolutely crippling. So Ninjas in Pyjamas only have to hold up against 2. Taz up in the palace. Well, byali looking to come from below. They got 1 nade, 1 Molotov. And Get Right has already managed to take out 1 of them. So it's all up to byali. He knows at least Get Right's in Tetris. He's going to try and force him out with that Molotov. Successful at doing so. But then there's more support to come in from Xizt. So Nip losing 1 player and only having to kill 4 to get this. So we watch that one again. Oh, yeah.
And you can see the bullet. It actually hit allu. Allu was lagged up by that, so that would have completely changed the complexion of the round. It would have made it back to a 4-on-4 situation at that point. It would have opened up mid. Instead, it completely destroyed Virtus.Pro, not only on the fact that they went a man down.
You can't blame Snax for that, though.
He
never would have seen it.
No,
he never would have seen it.
But, I mean, it's just one of those... The worst-case scenario out of what happened right there was they lost a player, they didn't get a kill, and they lost all of mid in the process, so...
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
allu's trying to peek through that smoke. If he had a guess shot right then, he potentially could have got the earlier pick. But their smoke's heavily coming in from Virtus.Pro. And the breach, they've started. 1 player already over on top of the A site. The rest of them coming up through the stairs as Taz is in close. Takes out Get Right. Looking for... well, he thought his allu was actually Xizt, who's on the CT stairs. allu is moving back over. Xizt through the bottom of the smoke. Now to find the opening. And allu now evening up the odds onto a 3-on-3 situation. He knows 1's at the back of the boxes. Right on the site. He needs his teammates to get the cross from the stairs. The Snax taking out friberg. He's still got Forrest on the high side, but allu... there's Forrest just jumping in with pistol first into the ult. Can't finish the job. allu attempting to go for the defuse. But he's up against 2 Ts at the moment. Manages to bring down 1. He still knows where the last one is, but he's out of time. Checking every corner but the one Snax was hiding in. Snax won't save the weapon, but Virtus.Pro, they get the 14th round.
And that's actually key to mention, that they don't save a single weapon because they haven't won a round in so long that they've just reset their money bonus. They'll barely be able to buy out into AKs this round. They only need 2 more rounds at this point, but look how close NIP is. They're at 12, and they've got all kinds of economy. In fact, enough that Xizt has now gone for an auto sniper.
I'm interested to see how much damage you can do with this thing.
They've changed up their positioning again a lot on this map as well, because previously it was Get Right who was on Cat for the quick rotation and Forrest over toward the connector. So Nip's been definitely playing around with things now that allu's in this roster, and so far this match it's looked quite good in terms of how they've been playing it and how they've been holding off that mid presence. They've got to watch out over toward B right now, or do they? No, pardon me, on the overlay I get confused. They're going for that underpass push.
Yeah, there they are, but Ninjas in Pyjamas can hear him coming. Forrest has already brought down 1. allu as well, but it's Neo that gets the first blood in for Virtus.Pro. Now to find a second one, but they're getting shut down. With Get Right going to work. The auto sniper is lost. Spray does not win you the round. Neo is the last man surviving. friberg and Nip, the 2 to hold him against. He at least knows that whatever side he'll go to, it'll still be a 1-on-1 situation. But friberg is already up on shot. Is he going to back up now? As Neo was checking over, he would have had a moment where he could have shot Neo in the back.
Well, he's got the defense split up, obviously, but GetRight's pushing forward, trying to get information. Now he's going to fall back to A site. Yeah, and friberg definitely would have heard that, or did he? He's still sitting in...
He turned. He was looking inside the kitchen towards the B-bomb site, and then he heard it and turned himself around. And GetRight's just holding from up inside the palace. So when he hears the plant go down, he can just do a slight little peek. So the plan is at least there, so VP have some money from that. But, yeah, Neo is being stalked across this map. And it buys him time to now save both the sniper, the AWP, as well as the auto sniper.
So good hold. Neo did try to use that smoke to his advantage. Tried to divide out the defense, but not to be. So now NIP's on 13. Again, Virtus.Pro just got reset. They'll go back to pistols on this one.
Yep. So Ninjas in Pyjamas. They want a clean round this time around. Hold on to every single weapon you're going to purchase. Make sure you don't fall behind.
To the qualifier, we saw a similar storyline to this in reverse.
Really?
Flip side. It was 12-3 for them actually on the T side, and then Flip side came back to tie that game up against Mouse Sports. Now we're seeing it in a more traditional fashion. Now we're seeing it with CT sided, as Mirage typically is, and both teams have shown off some good fashion, but right now it's coming down to those 3 gun rounds that NIP got in the terrorist side. Virtus.Pro's only got 2 so far in this half.
VP's about to try and breach mid with 2 flashes. That's all they've got at the moment. They got 1 moving in through underpass and 4 to come straight through the top of mid. So the underpass guy needs to make a lot of distractions. Oh, no, they're not even going to do it.
But Forrest has already fallen back toward B, so they've doubled up on the B entrance and gotten him off of the catwalk.
And friberg's up
Allu, yeah, and this is because Allu's actually pushed out into connector to watch off on the underpass and the catwalk. So by using that just change in angle, it allows them to stack over toward B a little bit more. And now with those nades coming out, they're going to know it's there.
And friberg, 1, 2, 3. Forrest mops up the last one, and Snax, who basically replaced one of his testicles for a grenade. Obviously, that one backfired. He's under 8 life points, and he'll be shut down by GetRight. So 14-14, everything levels up.
Well, Force out again on... Well, they could actually go... Neo could actually get an op out right now.
Is he going to, though?
He's got the spawn to go toward mid as well, but they haven't been winning that battle at all, so no, he's going to go with the AK. So they'll look for a quick execution. They've got flashes, 1 smoke, 1 Molotov. That's all they can get, so they don't even have a strong execution for A right now. They'll put 2 players toward Palace. If they can at least come out and get those entries from there, that'll hold off Jungle, just based strictly on firepower at that point, not even grenades. And allow the players at A short to come up. But yeah, Forrest has already pushed all the way through underpass and up into the apartments, and that's so much information. Look at what that does in result. Allu and friberg already over at A.
Yeah, and they're going to hold this one so tightly. The Molotovs are coming out as well as the nades, but this time there's no one in Tetris. GetRight, he's taking 3, taking 4 with the auto sniper. He just needs Taz, and that's going to be it. That is going to be the 15th round, and Ninjas in Pyjamas. They're still 1 round away from victory, but with a flawless hold like that, and Virtus.Pro buying up as well, the next round is going to require a miracle from the Polish.
GetRight. Just
unload.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th over the box. Beautiful play. Nice ace from him. Auto sniper OP.
Well, the only other way you can come back if you're looking for a miracle, 4 Tech 9s and 1 Deagle for byali. But they've got flashes, they've got smokes, they've got Molotovs, they've got everything the Virtus.Pro require to breach a site, apart from just the awesome range weapons. BO3 and Nip, no auto sniper this time around. They just leave it with the basic AWP, as well as having the 4 rifles. They realize they're playing up close and personal CS with VP this round.
Nice smoke came out all the way over from B apartments onto connector. That'll keep GetRight a little bit busy. Typically, you would try and get mid-presence or rush up Cat based on that if you had a window 1 to complement it, but they don't do it. They're actually going to try and sell a fake here.
This is all this
byali, they've got pistols. They have to do it. friberg's not going to be sold. Forrest is still in B, so they haven't gotten any rotations out of this.
The Molotov was perfect. It means they couldn't even like breach up to do any kind of damage or like nudge up. friberg going to get burned up a little bit, but he stands his ground. Actually, no, he will drop down to the truck. GetRight takes out Taz, who's trying to rotate in through the A site. But they're down to 2 players, Pasha as well as byali. They at least have the bomb again, but the jumping CTs, Forrest takes 1. friberg, actually, that's the 2nd team kill of the map, but